everybody, welcome to our e-learning session for primary 4. Our session for today is about story. Our story, as we said before, is Christmas Carol. Now we took before chapter 1 and 2, and now we start chapter 3. In the last chapter, as you know, Mr. Scrooge saw the ghost of his old partner, Mr. Marley, and he told him that there will come 3 ghosts in order to help him not to have the same end as Marley, the same bad end as Marley. Let's see what happens. Now, at the beginning of the chapter, Mr. Scrooge slept, and while sleeping, just at 1 o'clock, a hand was pulling the back of the curtain, and there was a child in a white robe. Do you know what happened? This child was the ghost of the past Christmas. Let's see, Mr. Scrooge asked him, "Are you the ghost? Are you the first one?" He said, "Yes, I'm the ghost of Christmas past. I came to help you." Now, what happened? What did he do? He took his hand and flew around the small city, the small village, to see what had happened to Scrooge as a child in the past. Let's see what they will find. In the beginning, in slide number 3, yes, the past spirit took Scrooge to a small town nearby, and they went to see his younger Ellie with tears in his eyes. Do you know what happened? He took him to see himself when he was a young child. So took him to a place, an old place, something like school or something, and he told him, "Do you know this person?" He said, "Yes, I know him. Do you know this place?" "Of course I know. I was a boy here. I was educated here." And then they saw a small little building. There was a young Scrooge sitting there alone. But suddenly, a young lady came to this boy to take him, and he was very happy to see her. Who was that girl? She was his sister, Fan. And now the ghost asked him, "Do you know this one? Do you know her?" "Yes, she's your only sister, and she died. Sadly, she died." Scrooge said, "Yes, she died long ago." The spirit said, "But she left a son, your nephew, Fred." At that moment, Mr. Scrooge remembered what he had done to Fred and how rude he was to him. He refused to go to his dinner, his Christmas dinner this day. Correct? Remember this? Very good. And now, what happened? The spirit took him to see another Christmas event, another past Christmas event. Let's see. The scene changed now, and Scrooge remembered the place they went there. They went to a building. The first job for Mr. Scrooge and his Mr. Fizzwing, the head of his past job, his first employer, Mr. Fizzwing. Mr. Fizzwing was totally different than Mr. Scrooge. He was a very nice person. He wants to have a festival for Christmas, and he said, "Christmas Eve, ladies, business is over. Let's close the shop." Now that means he wants to celebrate, and suddenly the whole scene was changed, and people were dancing and having fun. The scene was so joyful that even Mr. Scrooge wanted to dance. Okay, let's see what's written in slide number 3. The past spirit took Scrooge to a small town nearby. They went to see his youngest Ellie with tears in his eyes. Scrooge remembered his sister and was sad because of the way he treated his nephew. The past spirit took him to his first job at Mr. Fizzwing. also at Christmas time. Let's see slide number 4. The people in this scene were laughing, celebrating, and dancing, and the scene was so joyful. The scene of Mr. Fizzling was joyful that even old Scrooge wanted to dance. As you see in the picture here, Mr. Scrooge wanted to stay and celebrate, but actually there was no time. The first spirit, the past Christmas spirit, touched his shoulder and said, we have no time, time is running away and we have lots of things to do. And now they quickly went to another scene. And this was what happened in chapter 3. Let's see the questions. Number 1, why Mr. Scrooge was sad when he saw his sister? Exactly, because he loved his sister so much and she loved him. When she met him at school, she hugged and kissed him. He was so happy that she came to get him. He was sad because he treated his nephew Fred in a bad way when he came to invite him early that day. He invited him for Christmas dinner. Okay, question number 2. Who is Mr. Fizzling? Mr. Fizzling is the first employer of Mr. Scrooge. Number 3. The scene was joyful, but even old Scrooge wanted to dance. Explain. Why? Why he wanted to dance and why it was so joyful? Because Scrooge had sad childhood, never celebrating Christmas. But Mr. Fizzling celebrates it with his employers, and this scene affected Scrooge and wanted to dance. Because at that time, when he was a little man or young man, he was not as hard as these days. Let's turn to slide number 6. Business is over. Let's close the shop and get ready to celebrate. Communicate. Comment. Who said these words? These words were said by Mr. Fizzling to his employers as he wanted them to have fun because it's Christmas Eve. And this is completely different from Scrooge, because Scrooge already refused to give Mr. Cratch more than only one day to celebrate Christmas Eve. Okay, what about the complete the following sentence? I have come to you, give me your hand. I have come to help you. Who said this? Yes, the first past Christmas spirit. Number 2, this was my first job. Who said this word? Exactly, Mr. Scrooge. While the first spirit was letting him see the building when they were celebrating the Christmas Eve with Mr. Fizzling. Okay, this is the end of our session for today. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.